After a little bit of a hiatus, the Merrill Scott Symposium returns for its 35th year with a very special speaker. I'll tell you who that is coming up.
Then new at 6, it is the first time in years the Beaver State is not in a drought. We'll explain. Then,
it's a sweet and unique kind of candy shop now open in Pasco. We'll take you to the grand opening.
and Stacy is here as the weekend is almost here.
Yeah, looking beautiful outside. It's a Bob Ross moment. Paint those fluffy clouds right behind me. I'll break down the weather forecast and what's coming up. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. I'm Wendy Redmond.
And I'm Austin Reed. It is April the 11th.
Well, Clint Hurdle spent years under the bright lights of major league stadiums, but his toughest battle happened off the field. In Yakima, he opened up about that struggle in hopes of inspiring others to ask for help.
New at 6, Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen sat down with him to find out how he's making an impact.
The Merrill Scott Symposium returns to Yakima, featuring a keynote speaker, a former Major League manager who is also still managing himself. Former manager Clint Hurdle, who led the Colorado Rockies to their first World Series and guided the Pittsburgh Pirates to 3 consecutive postseasons, took the stage at the Merrill Scott Symposium to share his personal story of recovery.
Addiction's a disease. It's not just habits. It's not weakness.
Hurdle told the crowd he turned to alcohol to escape the pressure of the game and himself.
I made a bunch of decisions. Some were better than others, and some weren't good at all. I ended up drinking myself into becoming an alcoholic.
Those choices took a toll on his career and his family. But after hitting rock bottom, Hurdle made a decision that changed everything.
You know, there's a day where I finally had enough. I was finally sick and tired of being tired and sick. And I started that process with alcoholic counseling. And I started attending AA. AA has been my branch, my platform in which I've been able to plug in. The best decision I ever made for me was to get sober, and it turned out to be a big blessing for everybody that I loved as well.
The symposium was held in collaboration with Sundown M Ranch, a Yakima-based treatment center that's been helping families since 1968. Executive Director Scott Munson says recovery isn't just about the individual.
The very first proposal that was written by a man named James Oldham, who was also involved in our founding, talked about the need to have services for families and involve the support group and the families of individuals.
Hurdle now sponsors others in recovery, and he says he stays sober by remembering where he came from and staying honest about where he's going.
You know, everybody's journey is different, and it's not linear. However, there is hope. There is hope. But it starts with you, believing in yourself and believing you're worthy and believing you're not less than, that you can be more than if you'll take a couple steps in a different direction.
Hurdle's message to the Yakima faithful is don't be afraid to ask for help. But one of the most important steps in that process is wanting the help. Reporting in Yakima, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Well, for the first time since November 2019, the state of Oregon is drought-free.
How about that? Snow water equivalent maps tell the story of a state that has seen a lot of rain and snow during the last few months. Every basin in southern, central, and eastern Oregon is at 150% or higher in terms of snow water equivalent. The flooding in Burns is a direct result of the increased snowfall across eastern Oregon. When temperatures rose into the mid-70s, it caused the snow to melt off, forcing streams and rivers in the area to rise quickly.
Now, going into fire season, there should be plenty of water available. Fire managers and citizens who rely on water should have plenty to go around. Last year, Oregon set a record for the most acres burned in a single fire season. Parts of central and eastern Oregon were under some sort of drought designation over the spring and early summer.
Oregon joins Kentucky as the only other state not currently facing drought conditions.
All right, well, back here at home, at least in the Tri-Cities, Northern Oregon, Yakima Valley, we saw sunshine today.
beautiful. I don't think we could have asked for a better Friday.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, Stacy, you delivered.
That's right. Very beautiful day. In fact, take a look outside right now. Legends Casino Skycam. The river is beautiful. I saw a few boats out playing around earlier. 65 degrees. The winds are starting to pick up, and we'll see those continuing to pick up through the evening. Here's those breezy winds through the region. The Dalles very gusty, so that I-84 corridor and Ellensburg area, the Kittitas Valley, seeing some heavy winds, and we'll see our winds rising as the evening progresses here in the Columbia Basin and in the foothills of the Blues. Temperatures are nice and mild around the region. 65 is the warm spot, Tri-Cities and Sunnyside, 62 Pendleton, 60 in Walla Walla. Let's take a look at our overnight lows. Not too bad, staying warm-ish, but it's not going to stay that way all weekend. Here's a sneak peek at your weekend forecast. Temperatures drop. Look at these overnight lows Saturday into Sunday. We're going to be keeping a close eye on maybe some frost occurring. 33 in the Tri-Cities over the weekend, but we see temperatures near 70 on Monday. And the good news is we're going to have a warming trend next week. So mostly dry tonight, breezy to gusty winds tomorrow. Weekend frost alert in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, and then get ready for those warmer temperatures. They're on the way. Austin, Wendy.
All right, thank you very much, Stacey. Well, other news tonight, a showdown at the state capitol is set as the House will consider a bill on limiting rent increases after the Senate made some major changes to it.
Albert James shows us how the rent control proposal has changed and what members of the House say about the bill's path moving forward.
Mr. President, there are 29 ayes, 20 nays.
The Senate passed House Bill 1217 Thursday evening, but not before making significant amendments. The hotly debated bill left the House last month with a 7% cap on rent increases, but that cap was increased by a narrow bipartisan vote to 10% plus inflation. Other changes made in the Senate include sunsetting the rent caps after 15 years and exempting single-family homes not owned by real estate development companies. Democrat Emily Alvarado of West Seattle sponsored the bill in the House before being appointed to the Senate.
I'm disappointed at this point of where we are, of the changes that were made here that I think strip far too many people of the protections that we could have afforded them. But still, this bill is important.
Back in the House, Housing Committee Chair Strom Peterson says he knew some changes would come, but nothing like this.
Part of me is not terribly surprised, but very disappointed. They basically doubled the rent cap that we sent off the floor of the House, and I think working families across Washington just can't afford that now.
As discussions start on how to come together and move the bill forward, Peterson says he would want the Senate to concede to the House position, arguing it's economically sound and best for families.
I plan on working as hard as I can over the next couple of weeks to make sure that we do get this to the governor's desk in a form that, again, really helps Washingtonians. Whether it's at 7%, which I think is very reasonable, or maybe a little bit higher than that, is to be seen.
Republican Housing Committee member Andrew Barkas says he's pleased with the changes from the Senate, but would still vote against the bill. He argues more housing supply and other reforms are needed to keep people in homes, and rent caps haven't worked in other places across the country.
We've seen a decline in building, we've seen a decline in supply, and we've seen this be a problem where we'll have to come back and fix it again, right? And I just think, again, the best possible outcome would not have this policy in the state of Washington.
Both chambers would have to agree on one version by the time session ends on April 27th in order to get the bill to the governor's desk. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
All right, Albert, thank you. U.S. Senator Ron Wyden today announcing he will hold town halls later this month in many rural Oregon counties. Locally, he will be in Umatilla County on Wednesday, April 23rd at Pendleton High School. That event starts at 6 p.m. His office says the doors will open 1 hour before the town halls start for the attendees. Wyden says he will be available to answer questions and hear any concerns and opinions. And we have a crime alert for you. Richland police reporting that a juvenile was injured following a brawl that erupted last night at Claybell Park. The juvenile had injuries consistent with a physical fight and was taken to the hospital for treatment. Early investigation shows that more than 20 people gathered at the park for a pre-arranged fight. Officials say the altercation escalated and a gun was fired into the air. At this time, it is unknown if any arrests have been made.
Tonight, an update on the bathroom that had extensive damage at Two Rivers Park in Kennewick. That after suspected arson last month. Fencing has now been installed around the area, and a survey of hazardous materials found none on site. The county intends to demolish the old restroom, refurbish the concrete pad, and cap existing utilities. They say porta potties will be installed in response to the ongoing tagging and vandalism in the park. Doc's Pizza in Granger is warning customers about a fake website on Google scamming people. The owner says the website pretending to be the pizza place started about a year ago by posting their Facebook post to its scam website. But they say the scammers have gotten more serious lately as they are now taking fake online orders. Tonight, they say they want people to know the only page they have is their Facebook page, and they only take in-person orders at their location or over the phone. The owners also say they have notified Google about this fake website, but so far, Google has not taken it down.
New at 6 now, Army units on the Yakima Training Center are conducting live fire exercises until this Sunday, the 13th. Officials say noise from the training may be louder than usual. They tell us it is for routine training, which is conducted periodically to maintain a high level of readiness for the military personnel involved. So if you hear loud noises, do not be alarmed.
Yakima Valley Trolleys is continuing its mission to restore trolley service to Selah. It now has a petition online, and more than 700 people have signed it. They're calling on the Yakima Valley's elected officials to preserve, maintain, and restore, as needed, all remaining YVT trolley tracks, including the 6th Avenue line to Selah. Earlier this month, the city offered a survey regarding the project. To sign the petition, just head on over to SaveTheTrolleys.com.
And a new candy shop held its ribbon cutting ceremony earlier today in Pasco.
3, 2, 1, cut the ribbon!
This was hosted by the Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce. JoJo's freeze-dried goodies brings a unique twist to the world of sweets, from fruity favorites to chocolate delights, viral pickle chips to super sour candy and more. The business has technically been around for a while, but inside the owner's home. And they aren't only available in Pasco either. JoJo's is in over 20 airports across the U.S. and most recently, the White House.
And so the reason they asked for it is because a lot of people come in for different souvenirs and stuff like that. So basically in that same weekend, we created Sarah Space Treats for the airports and the White House gift shop. Yeah, so we do all different kinds of freeze-dried candy. We do freeze-dried pickles, which is what really blew our social media up, made us go viral. We have candy for everybody.
JoJo's is located right near the airport on North Swallow Avenue. Their hours of operation are Wednesday through Thursday, 10 to 4, Friday, 10 to 5, and every first and third Saturday, 10 to 5. The news at 6 is just getting started. Still ahead, what is on President Trump's agenda moving forward? We're going to tell you.
Plus, if you worked at Hanford, you may be eligible for new health benefits. We'll tell you more.
And as we leave you to break, here's a live picture from our Toppenish Skycam brought to you by Legends Casino Hotel. Mount Adams there in the background. Stacy has your full First Alert forecast for the weekend when we return.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
Injured on the road or on the job? Visit FromBackAutumn.com. Gather vital information on your type of injury claim. Chat live about your needs. Even schedule a free consultation. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog tough.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Step into a whimsical world of fun. Join Alice and Journey into the $185,000 prize land at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Anything is possible with $16,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. And the magical wins continue with a chance to multiply your prize up to $4,000 cash. Step into a whimsical world of fun. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
At US Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for US Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us days at US Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
Are you suffering with foot pain? Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is board certified and now accepting new patients. His services include arthroscopic ankle surgery, foot and ankle fractures, heel pain, diabetic foot care, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Clifford or learn more about podiatry services at Prosser Orthopedic Center, call 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org.
It's the 3-degree guarantee from Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather and Legends Casino Hotel. When Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth gets the high within 3 degrees, $25 is put in the jackpot. If he misses, someone wins. From Legends Casino Hotel and Apple Valley News Now.
This newscast sponsored by Walker's Furniture and Mattress.
Welcome back, everybody. If you worked at Hanford or at any atomic energy site across the country, listen up to this. You may be eligible for important benefits through United Energy Workers Healthcare. That's a Department of Labor-approved provider of in-home care services. The organization is dedicated to helping former atomic workers live longer, healthier, and more independent lives right in their own homes. Dolores Bradham, a former medical records supervisor at the Hanford site, is one of those benefiting from this program. She says she had no idea these services were available to her.
They're an amazing, phenomenal company, United Health. I've had the best of the best, you might say, for the nurses and the CNAs. And they always answer my questions if I call up the office. So I'm very, very pleased.
At 90 years old, Bradham says the support is essential. Nurses check in weekly and help with everything from housework to transportation. To learn more about these benefits, former Hanford workers can just visit our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Friday. What a beautiful afternoon. We've got the windmills moving out in Kennewick this afternoon. Light winds are picking up outside, but overall a few fluffy clouds, but a very nice day. 65 degrees outside, our humidity at 29%. Wind sustained at 8. It's gusting around 10 or 15 miles an hour right now in the Columbia Basin. Temperatures are pleasant and mild this evening. We're in the upper 50s and lower 60s here in the foothills of the Blues, middle 60s in the Columbia Basin, and a little bit cooler as you get into the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Let's talk winds. It's been blustery today in Ellensburg and down around the Columbia River Gorge, the Dalles area, and we're going to continue to see those strong gusty winds coming from the north and the west, and that's going to be your biggest impact. Check out Tri-Cities around 10 o'clock. Those winds are really going to start picking up there, and they're going to be pretty blustery all night long. Things will start to recede and kind of die down a little bit when you start your day on Saturday. However, it's still going to be very windy in the Ellensburg area and breezy through the rest of the region. So a couple of windy conditions through the region. Overall, though, a nice day ahead for you tomorrow. And temperatures are a little bit cooler with those winds coming from the north and the west. What is going to be high this weekend are those pollen counts. As you can see here, they've been high. I've been itching my eyes a lot the last couple of days. We'll have a little bit of relief going into Monday and Tuesday from some of those high pollen counts. Let's talk temperatures and weather forecasts coming forward. Here's what's happening out on our satellite and radar. We've got some clouds out on the coast, but we're in between that, so it's pretty clear and pretty nice. Now, there are some snow showers continuing to hit the Cascades overnight, an inch or less or so, and then that'll start breaking up by the afternoon. We're going to stay dry here in the Columbia Basin. There's a slight chance of a stray shower, mainly in the foothills of the Blues, but it's going to be a dry day tomorrow. Partly cloudy and breezy tonight. Those winds really picking up with your temperatures staying above freezing tonight through the area. That's not going to be the case, though, coming up. Now, the good news with our clearer conditions, you'll be able to check out April's full pink moon. It'll be exactly full tomorrow at 5:22 p.m. You'll see it tonight. Now, this is a micro moon. We've had lots of super moons where it appears very large. This one's further away from Earth, so it'll be a little bit smaller and not quite as clear, but the outside conditions will allow you to check that out. Temperatures on the west side, 50s and 60s if you're heading to Seattle. Portland also seeing 50s, then 60s, then 75 by Monday, so nice little warm up there. And if you're heading up north to the Spokane area, temperatures in the 50s and 60s, a slight chance of a shower there tomorrow. But overall, not a bad looking forecast. Look for breezy winds, a few clouds in the afternoon, not lots of sunshine, a little bit warmer Sunday, and then check out our temperatures. We warm up into next week, flirting with 80 degrees by Friday. In Yakima, once again, check out those overnight lows. You're dropping down right around that freezing level, so there could be a little bit of frost. We don't have any freeze warnings. They don't issue those until April 15th, so just be aware of that in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Ellensburg also dropping down just below that freezing level with those breezy winds. Walla Walla looking pretty good, staying just barely above freezing, and those breezy winds will stick around for most of the day tomorrow. Here's Hermiston, also looking like a nice weekend there, and temperatures nice and warm as we get into next week. I'm liking the looks of 77 and 78.
Look at that. I am too. I'm excited. That's
Austin, not
great.
a fan, but come on.
The 80's too hot for this time of year because we're going to have to deal with 90s.
It's a dry heat. We're in the Tri-Cities and Yakima. It's a dry heat.
He's like, it doesn't make it any better.
All right, Stacey, thank you. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
Now, some serious news. Actor Eric Dane has a new health problem. We'll have that story for you when we come back.
This year, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale where you can save store-wide up to 70% off clearance items. And new markdowns are arriving daily as we clean out the warehouses with big savings on closeouts, ding and dents, and floor model furniture at garage sale prices. Plus, special financing is available, so you can save big now and pay over time. But you better hurry. These deals will go fast. This week at Walker's.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, a round of pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
McCurley Dealerships is celebrating 44 years with big giving and even bigger savings. Fill out an entry form at any McCurley dealership for a chance to win one of two $4,400 cash prizes. Plus, each winner gets an additional $4,400 to donate to one of 44 local nonprofit partners. No purchase necessary. And during this special month, lease a new Honda Civic for only $344 a month or save with 0% financing. McCurley Honda, celebrating 44 years of savings, giving back, and helping you find your way home.
Do you like this one? I think this is my favorite. Okay, hon, what do you think of this one?
When it's time for an update or complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
Wow, is this going to be ready in time for the baby?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us us or visit rebath.com and save $500.
Pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
McCurley Dealerships is celebrating 44 years with big giving and even bigger savings. Fill out an entry form at any McCurley dealership for a chance to win one of two $4,400 cash prizes. Plus, each winner gets an additional $4,400 to donate to one of 44 local nonprofit partners. No purchase necessary. And get a great deal on a new 2025 Subaru Forester for only $244 a month. McCurley Subaru, celebrating 44 years of savings, giving back, and helping you find your way home.
Welcome back, everybody. In entertainment news tonight, actor Eric Dane says he's been diagnosed with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. 52-year-old Dane is best known for his roles in Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria. ALS is a progressive neurodegenerative disease affecting nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. With no known cure, patients suffer progressive paralysis of the muscles over time. In an interview with People magazine, Dane said right now he's fortunate to be able to continue working and intends to return to the set of Euphoria next week.
The region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. is coming up next. Our Monique Ledesma is talking about recycling in the city of Prosser.
And of course, Stacy is coming back with another check of your weather forecast as we leave you to break with a live look from Yakima.
The Kraken battles St. Louis in the deep. Watch Saturday on MeTV.
A person's home may be their castle, but Legends Casino Hotel is your palace of prizes in April. Entries into the palace can only be earned by using your Legends Rewards card. Win between $2,000 and $8,000 every Thursday. Then on April 24th, we'll draw a winner for a shiny new Volkswagen Jetta. So, jet on over to the palace of prizes at Legends Casino Hotel in April. In the meantime, you can begin cleaning out that royal garage to make room for your new Volkswagen Jetta.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
Thank you, Tri-Cities, for voting us Best Personal Injury and Best Overall Law Firm.
We are so honored and grateful to serve this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call the law firm that has served Central Washington for 30 years. Call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
McCurley Dealerships is celebrating 44 years with big giving and even bigger savings. Fill out an entry form at any McCurley dealership for a chance to win one of two $4,400 cash prizes. Plus, each winner gets an additional $4,400 to donate to one of 44 local nonprofit partners. No purchase necessary. And get a great deal on a new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 for only $569 a month. Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities, celebrating 44 years of savings, giving back, and helping you find your way home.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. Maintain a healthy weight. Excess pounds can cause stress fractures and foot issues. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
Attention viewers, Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday, April 12th at 5:30 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Easter Sunday, April 20th at 9 a.m.
Hi, I'm Stacy Lee, and I'm inviting you on a holidays vacation tour. Join me as we experience New England's fall foliage, October 2nd to the 10th. Our journey begins with a tour of historic Boston. We then travel to New Hampshire's White Mountains to admire the spectacular colors, before ending our vacation in New York City with an included Broadway musical. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword Apple Valley, to request a brochure, watch a travel show, and book this tour.
Why Mike?
We have a lot of news to get to this morning.
To make great newscasts, you need great resources and an experienced team. Jade Elliott grew up in Richland, graduated from Washington State University, and anchored and reported in Spokane, Salt Lake City, and Seattle. Now she's returned to the Mid-Columbia, bringing the news home to you each day on Good Morning Northwest.
Join us every morning.
Jade Elliott, Jessica DeLaw, Josh Colbreth, Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now. On your side.
Always on your side.
It's springtime in one of the most magical places in the Northwest.
There's a great variety down there just because there's not only the landscape, there's always that sense of history in every one of those small communities.
The Palouse on Fly the Northwest.
There's something very personal about it.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next ET, we're with
with the stars of The Pit after their big season finale. Plus, only ET's on set of Jelly Roll's acting debut and our step-by-step exclusive with Jonathan and Jordan Knight. Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome to the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. I am Austin Reed. That is Wendy Redman. We have made it to Friday. We love to celebrate this day.
Oh, we do, and especially when we have weather like this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, doesn't it just make Fridays that much sweeter? I think so.
It does, and you know what? I'm loving the happy faces I'm seeing around the station today. Something a little sunshine does for everybody, right? Bimart Skycam, check it out. Yakima Valley, very pretty now. The camera's bouncing a little bit. Those winds are picking up. It's not showing up on the detector yet, but those winds are picking up there in Yakima, 64 degrees. In fact, we're seeing winds gusting right now at 19 miles an hour in Yakima. It's been blustering Ellensburg all day, and those winds are going to continue to pick up through the area as we move through the night in the Columbia Basin and foothills of the Blues. The temperatures, though, really nice. We're talking 50s and 60s right now on your Friday night, so a nice evening. Grab a light coat, though. It is going to cool down to the 30s and 40s through the region, staying above the freezing level for tonight. Quick sneak peek at that weekend forecast. Things are looking good. Look for those breezy winds in Yakima. Tri-City's also good. Chilly, though, Saturday night into Sunday, where some of us will be getting down around the freezing level. Breezy winds tomorrow in Walla Walla, 57, but warmer temps are on the way. So mostly dry tonight. Those breezy and gusty winds on the way. Weekend frost alert. I'm thinking Yakima, Ellensburg, and some of the areas in between. Those temperatures cold. And then we'll have a nice warm up coming our way next week. I'll break it all down for you coming up. Austin, Wendy.
Stacy, thank you. New tonight at 6:30, the city of Prosser is taking some first steps toward going green with a new recycling program that could be coming straight to your curb.
But it's not free. This would be a subscription. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma shows us how it would work.
Prosser Mayor Gary Vigar says although recycling isn't a free amenity for people, they didn't make up a random amount to charge participants.
We've worked with the professionals at Basin Disposal. They came up with a program that cost $24 a month for subscription.
This charge would be added to a resident of Prosser's current garbage rates. For example, the city says if you have a single residential garbage container and decide to participate in this new project, you can expect around a $56 charge a month that includes fees and taxes with the city's current rates. The mayor says this isn't something the city is trying to mandate on community members.
Goal is to get 400 subscribers, and it is an uphill battle because there are lots of people in Prosser that are terrific recyclers, and they bring their stuff right here to the transfer station. Again, this is a matter of convenience for other people that care to recycle and have the recyclables picked up right at the curb.
Lloyd Brady, who has worked with Basin Disposal for almost a decade, says the recycling fees help pay for the manpower it takes to recycle.
All of our trucks to haul this equipment, it requires really large trucks to be able to do that, and lots of fuel, to move all this stuff. Our main office and main transfer station is out east of Pasco on Commercial Avenue, so it goes quite a ways from here before it even, gets turned in to the place where they're going to take it for recycling.
The city says those who participate would get a 96-gallon recycling container to be emptied out every week the same day garbage cans are picked up. The mayor says there are some things that can't make it into your recycle container.
No plastic or glass currently in the recycling project.
Items that can be recycled are mixed papers and tin cans. Brady says the reason they can't accept glass or plastic is...
Well, plastic, unfortunately, there's not enough places in the United States to actually do the plastic recycling. They used to send it over to China, but difficult situation there. And glass, unfortunately, it's so inexpensive to make that it was losing our company money to do the glass.
If the city does not reach its goal, the mayor says they won't be able to move forward with the program. Reporting in Prosser, Monique Ledesma with Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique, thank you. Developing here at 6:30, a small plane crashed earlier this morning just outside the airport in Boca Raton, Florida. Take a look. All 3 passengers on board unfortunately died. The plane took off around 10 a.m. en route to Tallahassee. 20 minutes later, the aircraft crashed after experiencing some mechanical issues. Now, flames erupted onto a nearby street, sending one driver to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The FAA and National Transportation Safety Board will investigate.
The FBI is releasing videos of an unidentified person who investigators believe could be responsible for setting a Tesla charging station on fire in Washington state. So please take a good look at this video here. This video shows the person carrying a white bag and wearing a black hoodie and face covering. The FBI says the video shows the person approaching a charging station around 1:30 Tuesday morning. Investigators say fire caused substantial damage to the station and the area around it. They're asking you to contact authorities if you have any idea who this could be.
Well, back in our neck of the woods on Saturday, the Washington Trucking Associations will host the Washington Truck Driving Championship at Giesa Stadium in Pasco. Starting at 6 a.m., over 120 qualifying Washington state truck drivers will participate, meeting the requirement of being accident-free for a year prior to the competition. Since 1937, the National TDC has been held to celebrate the industry's commitment to elite skills and safety. The winners will advance to compete for the national championship or the Super Bowl of Safety in August. We have some community events to tell you about. A local nonprofit is hosting what they call a Spaghetti and No Balls fundraiser. That's tomorrow evening in Kennewick.
See what they did there?
Yes.
Yep. The Mighty Meow Kitten Rescue Dinner will feature a spaghetti dinner, silent auction, and raffle, with proceeds going to help improve the lives of kittens. Tickets are currently sold out, but donations can still be made. That link is available for you right now at applevalleynewsnow.com. Just look at those little faces.
Cute.
Aw, yeah. And the Tri-Cities Autism Coalition is inviting you to a ceremonial walk to bring autism awareness and education to the community. The event will be held at the Benton County Fairgrounds. It is from 10 until 3, with the walk starting at 11 o'clock in the morning. Organizers say there will be information and resources available, along with activities that are tailored to individuals with sensory needs. The event aims to promote acceptance and is free to attend.
And over in Yakima, it is a day of discovery, nature, and education. They are hosting the 24th annual Arbor Fest this weekend. The theme is River of Life, Every Drop Matters. Booths may feature crafts, art, and interactive exhibits. Kids will get stamp books they can turn in for a prize, and adults may even get one of the 400 trees being given away. The event is free. It is from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday. From spring break to summer vacations, we are heading into the time of year when people like to travel.
That they do, but if you are going a long distance, there's a potential danger health experts say you should know about. Mandy Gaither has more.
It's a season of travel, and whether you're vacationing by car or by plane, experts say long trips can take a toll on your body.
Blood clots are very rare with air travel, but they are not uncommon with long distance travel. You're talking about travel more than 4 or 5 hours.
Cardiologist Dr. Sumith Alady with Orlando Health says a blood clot can be life-threatening. Symptoms include swelling, pain, or tenderness in the legs, especially if it's in just one leg. Skin may also be red and warm to the touch. If you have these symptoms, seek care immediately.
If you delay that and if you take some time, then that blood clot may have broken off and you're giving a chance to develop a blood clot in the lungs, which is more life-threatening.
To prevent blood clots on long trips, a lady says to take breaks. In the car, stop every couple of hours to stretch your legs. On a plane, wearing compression socks can help reduce swelling and improve blood flow. If you can't stand up, you can also try calf exercises while seated to keep the blood moving.
You can do some toe lifts or heel lifts. Squeeze your calves.
A lady says knowing your risk is also important. You're more likely to get blood clots if there's a personal or family history of them, or if you have weight or vein problems. Those who are pregnant or recently had surgery are also at increased risk. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6:30.
Stacy is coming back with your full First Alert forecast. Don't go anywhere. The news at 6:30 continues when we come back.
Springtime in the awesome Palouse. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov/eligibility.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Because early is easy with a medium iced coffee, caramel or classic for just $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
Get ready for an amazing spring at Mid-Columbia Libraries. Join us for Dia del Niño y los Libros, a celebration of children and books happening at multiple locations and dates. Don't miss Latin Grammy Award-winning Lucky Diaz and the Family Jam Band. Meet acclaimed author Sarah Beth Durst, April 17th. Find more event details and discover all our exciting spring programming at midcolumbialibraries.org. Mid-Columbia Libraries, where stories and community come together.
This year, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale where you can save store-wide up to 70% off clearance items, and new markdowns are arriving daily as we clean out the warehouses with big savings on closeouts, ding and dents, and floor model furniture at garage sale prices. Plus, special financing is available, so you can save big.
Family, they switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
For the final time this season, the Kraken play on free broadcast TV. Thanks for watching with us all year. Now, can Seattle finish on a high note? Kraken Blues, pregame at 6:30, Saturday on MeTV.
Individuals, couples, and families, you could get a refund of up to $1,290 back on taxes paid last year, as well as refunds for 2023 and 2022. Learn more at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
For the average consumer, just trying to plan a budget this week has been a lot to sort through.
Yeah, from dramatic market ups and downs to tariff confusion, a survey released today shows the economic chaos is stoking consumer pessimism. Karen Kaifa in Washington with a look at why that matters.
Americans feel uneasy about the economy, according to a closely watched monthly survey from the University of Michigan. The pessimism driven in part by consumer expectations that inflation will push higher by the end of the year.
When prices go up, sort of by definition, people buy less. And when they buy less and there's less demand, and you see this decline in consumer and investor sentiment.
The University of Michigan, which conducted its consumer sentiment interviews prior to President Trump's announcement of a 90-day pause on some tariffs, says trade war developments have turned consumers more sour on the economy, with the expectation that unemployment will rise as well. Wild swings in the stock market will likely persist too, strategists say, unless there's more certainty around the tariffs.
It's going to be very difficult for the markets to find any stability unless and until we get to a place where some of the negotiations turn into some trade deals.
Both Wall Street and the Federal Reserve will be watching to see how consumer pessimism and market anxiety impact consumer spending, which drives about 70% of the U.S. economic engine.
Volatility is here to stay. The market isn't going directly down, doesn't seem to be going directly up. A lot of ups and downs each day, and that means diversification in your portfolio is more important than ever.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Hey, a quick sports note for you. It is Kraken Saturday night for the last time this season as Seattle boys visit the St. Louis boys. See the pregame starting at 6:30 with the puck drop at 7 on our sister station, MeTV. You can watch using your antenna. Go to channel 42.2 in the Tri-Cities, 35.2 in Yakima, and 14.2 in Walla Walla. MeTV is also on Spectrum channel 182.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And the weekend's here. It's been a beautiful day. Here's our Legends Casino Skycam taking a look out at Howard Amon Park, the Columbia River. You see little ripples out there because the winds are sustained about 8 miles an hour, gusting a little more than that. Dew point 32 degrees. Winds, again, are going to get blustier as the night goes on. Temperatures around the area pretty mild. We're in the 50s and low 60s in the foothills. We're in the middle 60s here in the Columbia Basin and those upper 50s to mid 50s in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Let's talk winds. We've been seeing blustery winds all day today, Ellensburg. Those winds are going to really start picking up here around 8 o'clock as we move into the Columbia Basin. Look for gustier winds in the Tri-Cities and Hermiston. It's been pretty blustery in the Columbia River Gorge area near the Dalles. So winds will be the concern overnight through tomorrow. We're not having any wind advisories released at this time, but just be prepared for some blusterier winds. Want to put some of those loose items outside away, especially in the Kittitas Valley. Ellensburg, unfortunately, going to stay windy till about midnight on early Sunday morning. Things will really start to calm down and stay calmer on Sunday. Pollen forecast is high, high, high. These numbers are almost to the very top of where they top out at. So we're 11.3 on Saturday. Alder, juniper, birch, everything right now blooming in the air and blowing around with those breezy winds. Satellite and radar shows us in between the clouds, so some clear skies for us tonight, which is good news. Now tomorrow, some light mountain snow continues to fall across the Cascade Mountains, kind of breaking up. We could see a few showers out here in the foothills of the Blues. Maybe Walla Walla might get a sprinkle or two, but overall we're looking at a pretty dry day, and it gets even better as we get closer to Sunday. Tonight's temperatures will be on the mild side, 30s and 40s. We're in the lower 40s and upper 30s here in the foothills, lower 40s here in the Columbia Basin, and those 30-degree temperatures there. Now, the good news with our clear weather, we've got April's full moon, the pink moon exactly full tomorrow at 5:22 p.m. This is a micro moon, so not like those big super moons we've got to see, I think 5 or 6 of them last year. Micro moon further away, a little bit smaller in the sky. Moonrise tonight at 7:37. Road trip, if you're heading to Seattle and you want to pack a light coat, we're going to see 50s and 60s with those overnight lows in the 30s and 40s. Portland gradually gets warmer as you head into Monday. That's when it's going to be really nice. But if you're heading there, you also want to grab a coat for those overnight lows and maybe a sprinkle or two up towards the Spokane area and then drying out for the rest of the days. Here's what it looks like. Look at this forecast. We stay 60s and then check out next week. We hit the 70s, flirting with 80 degrees. For Yakima, keep an eye on those overnight lows Saturday into Sunday. If you've just planted your garden, you might want to protect your sensitive vegetation. Things get much better as we head into next week. Ellensburg also looking at those breezy and gusty winds once again on Saturday. Things calming down Sunday, Monday, and then those winds will return by the first part of next week. And in Walla Walla, excuse me, we'll see breezy winds. A very slight chance of a stray shower, warming up with temperatures in the middle 70s by the end of next week. Hermiston also looking at some breezy winds, but some nice warm temperatures headed their way. So a great looking forecast. Again, just be prepared for some gusty winds kicking up tonight. Stay with us. There's more Apple Valley News now at 6:30 when we come right back.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Regain your quality of life with expert spine care at Prosser Memorial Health. Neurological spine surgeon Dr. David Yam, with over 20 years of experience, specializes in comprehensive spine care, minimally invasive surgery, and disc replacement. Dr. Yam is now seeing patients at our new Spine Center locations in Prosser and Walla Walla. Call 509-786-5599 today to schedule your appointment. New, returning, and second opinion patients welcome. The new Spine Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
My family's been serving the Tri-Cities since 1939 at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores.
And we have some deals we don't want you to miss.
Choose from these long-handled garden tools at only $19.99.
Miracle-Gro garden soil, 2 bags for $10. That's a 42% savings.
Roundup Weed and Grass Killer sale priced at $22.99.
Triple 16 fertilizer, the lowest price around, only $24.88.
See all the deals using this QR code. Come see us at Griggs and the Tri-Cities Ace stores, and thank you for your business.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business. We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee you when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV,
we make camping fun!
Do it all with STIHL battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select STIHL tools. Shop in-store and online.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower remodel.
The Kraken battles St. Louis in the deep. Watch Saturday on MeTV.
Only Apple Valley News now live at 6:30 is back with local breaking news. Yakima Fire is on the scene of a house fire.
This is new video we're going to show you here. We just got this from an Apple Valley News Now viewer. Take a look at your screen. Just a lot of smoke out there. This is on North Keys Road by the Amazon Distribution Center. You can see a number of crews at the scene right now. We're told that one home and a vehicle were on fire. This breaking out within the last 25 minutes or so.
And we have called Yakima Fire for more details. We will provide updates later tonight at applevalleynewsnow.com. Time for What's Trending. Are you ladies ready?
I'm always ready.
National Pet Day.
Oh.
Yeah, did you know that? And here's a little collage of some of our newsroom pets. You can see there's Wendy with
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell, yep.
Yep, I'm doing the resting bulldog face as it were.
Do we see any of your dogs, Stacy?
No one told me this.
Oh, no. You need to post on Facebook.
I didn't get the memo today.
Well, then you need to complain to Morgan Huff.
Oh, and I see you, Austin. You're at the top middle, right?
So that's
Is your face cut off?
Yeah, my face is cut off.
Uh-huh.
That's not my cat. It's the neighbor's cat. His name is Sage, and I love him. I didn't even get permission to put Sage on TV.
You're like adopting Sage?
I am adopting Sage.
For the day.
He's a great little guy.
All right, well, a shout out to my Sophie, Sadie, and Sunday.
That's
my
right.
3 little dogs.
Aww.
They didn't make the cut. No one told me.
I know. Well,
Dang it.
You know
the weather
who to
lady's
complain
always
to.
the last to know, I guess.
I
Well,
know.
we gotta get you in there for next year. Put in your calendar right now. So yeah, give those pets an extra treat today, I think,
yes.
right?
I was hoping that we'd see like a lizard or a bird or I don't know.
Something.
Strange pet.
Dan's dog, I think, was there. And then Daffy, our news director, Erin, her dog was on there. So a little collage. So, but hey, if you want to post your pics of your pet, maybe you have a gorilla, I don't know, go to our Facebook page, Apple Valley News Now.
Maybe more likely a lizard.
A lizard, yes. We'll be right back with the reason to smile.
The show's gone to the dogs.
I know. What are you going to do?
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
At US Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great deal on the phone you want and the phone plan that's right for you.
You can get both. 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
Wow, kids, that's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
We want a great phone and a great plan too, don't we, little guy? Totally.
Get both. 4 free phones of your choice plus 4 lines for $90. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
For an amazing spring at Mid-Columbia Libraries. Join us for Dia del Niño y los Libros, a celebration of children and books happening at multiple locations and dates. Don't miss Latin Grammy Award-winning Lucky Diaz and the Family Jam Band. Meet acclaimed author Sarah Beth Durst, April 17th. Find more event details and discover all our exciting spring programming at midcolumbialibraries.org. Mid-Columbia Libraries, where stories and community come together.
McCurley Dealerships is celebrating 44 years with big giving and even bigger savings. Fill out an entry form at any McCurley dealership for a chance to win one of 2 $4,400 cash prizes. Plus, each winner gets an additional $4,400 to donate to one of 44 local nonprofit partners. No purchase necessary. And get a great deal on a new 2025 Subaru Forester for only $244 a month. McCurley Subaru, celebrating 44 years of savings, giving back, and helping you find your way home.
Josh Cobra, First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
And it is Friday. Weather photos, keep them coming in, folks. It's going to be a nice weekend. Go get those pictures outside. This is your reason to smile today, and it's all brought to you by Lifetime Dental. Our friend Ida Lee Fish sent this one in. Sunset on Old Highway 12 last Monday. Beautiful photo, Ida Lee. QR code right on the top of your screen there, or you can go to applevalleyNewsNow.com to submit your weather photo. All right, let's take a look at your day tomorrow. Things are looking good. Lots of sunshine. Look for those breezy winds tomorrow, most of the day, but things are much better on Sunday. Temperatures a little coolish, but warming up as we get into your Friday, Saturday. Here's a quick sneak peek. Look at some of those temperatures late next week, upper 70s. I like it. Flirting with 80 degrees, so pretty good weather forecast. I like it.
It looks
my favorite
gorgeous.
time of the year, Wendy.
Is spring?
Spring.
Yeah, it is a great time.
It is.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this Friday evening.
Have a fantastic weekend. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great weekend.